Howdy everyone, Pocho here with an Age of Magic video, and in today's video we're moving into the next round of the AI Championships, another qualifier, and we have Rock going up against Axe Body Spray, one of the more dangerous body sprays out there. But is it as effective in the club as it is on the battlefield? We will find out shortly. Going into the coin flip, the first choice went to Rock. He is going to go first, and in came the bans, with Magnus being the first ban, followed by Abaddon on Axe's side. Two solid bans. Magnus, obviously, people want to get rid of Magnus. They do not want to deal with a tank that has a ridiculous taunt. Self-sustain is just ridiculous. There is no point in getting him or even risking the chance to get him, so he is off. Next came the Sacrif and Ilios bans. Two solid bans as well. No one likes the golden faction in this tournament. They are always at the top of a ban list. It's very rare they go through, and it's normally because the players are strategizing to get them as a pick, but you just don't want to risk it. Next up is the Seven Knives and Silver Moon. Silver Moon, an interesting ban. She's a good healer, especially in this format, because there aren't a lot of full force damage dealers like you have in top tier format teams. So Silver Moon could prove to be quite a nuisance if she survives and gets her invulnerability out, gets her hots out. She would be quite painful. And Seven Knives, no question of a doubt, ban him. He would be an absolute weapon in this format. So getting rid of him, smart choice. You don't even want to risk leaving him in to try and get him, because if your opponent snaps him up, you're in a big bit of trouble there. So in came with the first pick, Rock going with Cage, a solid choice. Cage is a great damage dealer, but you got to look at the healer situation. There is the Karana on the field. However, Rock going up against a one healer possibility is an interesting choice, especially when your opponent hits back with a solid counter pick of Oraheim and Daimyo, getting two high elves, two leadership abilities off the field. Both characters work well together. It is an insane counter pick, putting Rock at a pretty big disadvantage. Moving into the second choices for the champions on the field, we have Stealthy and Pride going in for Rock. Two champions that do work well together. Pretty much Pride is a damage dealer. He does more damage than he does tanking. So we've got pretty much three damage dealers for Rock, with Stealthy being pretty lethal as well. Considering she gets the right setups, which is hard to do, she can do a tremendous amount of damage. So I think a pretty good choice. Children of the Forest pick, followed by Angram and Raspit from Axe. He's not taking any of it from Rock, picking two great damage dealers as well. Angram can set himself up, buff himself, and then whip out a big chunk of damage through AoE. Raspit with his dots can do a bit of damage as well, especially because that's percentage health damage. Doesn't matter your defenses, doesn't matter hots, whatever, he's going to be hitting you for a specific amount of HP no matter what. Going up in the final choices for heroes, Rock came in with the Schnee and Sabretooth, finishing off with the Children of the Forest team, and Schnee, a pretty good damage dealer as well, and does work with Cage. So we've got the passive from Cage with the Schnee, so could potentially do pretty well there. Sabretooth, only character on the team with a bit of self-sustain, and could do a bit of damage, especially with the Children of the Forest setup. Who knows? We'll have to wait into the battle and see. Followed by Tahit on the Axe Body Sprays team. Tahit is actually a pretty solid damage dealer as well. He just doesn't have the utility of, your high tier damage dealers. But it is what it is. It's what you've got on the board you have to work with, and options are not great. Next came the subs, Karana from Rock. I think that is the smartest choice. I'm surprised Karana got this far into the lineup without being selected. I think a healer substitute when you've got a full damage dealing team is a solid choice. It gives you more utility. You can fiddle around with things. You can alter things. I think that is a solid choice. And the Hound on Axe's team, which I'm surprised. Honestly, I thought Hound would have been one of his main choices to work with the Daimyo, because he is running a Daimyo leader. He's not running Oraheim as a leader. He's running his Daimyo as his leader. So the Hound would have worked well as well on the team, but he's got him for sub. If anything goes wrong in the first match, he can sub Hound in and go from there. So that is the selection process for these two players. We are going to jump into the arena now and see how everything plays out and who will be moving forward in the AI Championships. Going into the first battle, and Raspit starts off with the slow, not landing by the looks of it, and a lot of damage coming out on Oraheim. The miss on the Stealthy could be a bit detrimental, but I've already forgotten his name. Axe is in a pretty good position with a leader, and both leaders out of the hero selection. Oraheim first to fall, but a demon is brought back in their position. That could be the difference. Bringing back a whole new character that can do bonus damage, has bonus health, and the AI attacking that character, a waste of attack, seeing as that character will die. But they want to take it out. A lot of damage coming out on the Angrim. If they can take out Angrim, that should be good. Now that the Hound has fallen, the damage can be distributed evenly again as Tahit, so close to falling. Unfortunately, just not enough damage as the poison comes out on Cage, taking a chunk of damage. Tahit falls, and Angrim just getting enough damage out before he's potentially taken out. If they can't take out the Daimyo, he has the potential to bring back characters. Daimyo needs to be the next target. It's not going to matter as a chunk of damage comes out on the Cage, taking it out. Daimyo absolutely slaying this field with the Hound doing a big chunk of damage, and 3 demons brought back, and Axe taking the first point. Is really close there. I really thought Rock was going to turn the tide of battles. Unfortunately, just not enough. That damage put on the Hound being brought back was what cost him the battle. So we'll go over to the contestants now. We'll see what they want to do, if they want to use the sub-hero or not, and move on from there. Jumping into battle number 2, and Rock has taken out Schnee and put it in the Karana. Hopefully that will make a bit of a difference. The issue in the last battle was the Daimyo resurrecting the Hound, and Rock's team wasted a lot of damage on that Hound. So with the Karana being placed in, they may not be able to kill. If they just could hang on from killing Oraheim just a little bit longer. Oh no, never mind. Daimyo isn't going to be able to summon a Hound. He skips it. Oraheim is down. The damage comes out from Angrim. If Karana can get another turn and get some healing off, that may be good. But she is so close to falling, and she does die, bringing it down to a 4v3 situation with Axe taking the lead. A lot of damage coming out on Stealthy. She is just alive. It is a 3v3 situation. 2v3 now. They need to take out Daimyo. They cannot afford for Daimyo to summon any demons. If he does, that is trouble for Axe. Rock. They need to take out Daimyo. There's a 2v2 situation with the... Cage decides to hide, and he dodges. He dodges the AoE, and the demons come out. Unfortunately, Rock was not able to do enough damage. The swap to Karana was the right choice, I believe. Unfortunately, he couldn't just finish off those targets quick enough before the army of demons came out. The Daimyo being left on the field, such a devastating blow for Rock. If the Karana could survive a little longer and get some healing out, it might have been able to change the battle for him. Unfortunately, Rock, his team was a lot better. The Daimyo is such a cornerstone for that team. He did well, and that's just the way it is. So the second point is going to Axe. Axe will be moving on in the tournament. Rock, unfortunately, eliminated, but it was one of the closest matches in that second half I've seen in a long time. So good effort to him all the same. But we'll head over and look at the scoreboard now and who is left in the qualifiers. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We have Axe Body Spray moving forward, Team 10, Team 24 Rock Solid eliminated. I apologize, I have missed one battle. It's just because I'm still organizing some stuff in that battle. It was my fault. I made a mistake with the selection of champions and had to restart everything again. So that battle is coming, but doesn't mean we can't do this in any order. They're still moving forward. It's all the same. The order doesn't affect anything other than who battles first. So that is the current situation with the bracket. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 battles left before the qualifiers are over, and we've had some great competitors so far, and the quarterfinals are just going to be more intense, and it's really going to show you who is the best of the best. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. I will answer it to the best of my ability, and wherever you are in the world, until next time, please take care of yourself.